The World Cup is currently on, but I really don't care. I mean, I didn't care enough to even make like a catchy, witty hook to the start of this week's video. It's soccer. Who gives a Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to this week's Real McCoy Real Estate Minute. Let's take a look at inventory levels in different types of areas throughout the real estate market. Now, nationally, you can find areas with extremely high levels of inventory and other areas that inventory is still so low that properties are selling in less than a week's time, as quick as 48 hours going under contract after the property is put on the market. And locally, we can see that difference looking at just our sub areas here along the Emerald Coast. If you take a look at an area like 30A, over the last 12 months, if you've been following these videos and my weekly reports, you know that our inventory has been coming down from historic highs. Although we're still sitting relatively at an extremely high amount with 11 and a half months worth of inventory. Compare that to an area like Freeport, where they're at the highest they've been in the last 12 months, but overall, that number is still lower than 38. It's about 6.5 months worth of inventory. The difference between these two is that 30A is a primarily luxury market, second homes, vacation rentals with primary residences mixed in. And Freeport is heavily primary residence. And what we've seen historically is that these secondary markets with luxury properties, second homes, etc., are a leading market when it comes to changes and shifts in our real estate economy. So what we saw way back in the crash of the 2000s is that in 2004, the 30A area saw its highest number of units sold. And by 2007, that number was 25% of what it was in '04. So other areas in the country during that time didn't start to see the downturn until 2009 and the bottom of the market until 2012. Now, we've seen lately that the 30A market, again, being a leading market, has found the bottom and is starting to rebound. But the Freeport market is telling me it's still about a year behind where our leading markets are. So if you're in the Freeport market, just know you're probably about a year away from starting to see inventory levels drop. If you're curious about what the inventory level looks like in your neighborhood, in your area, or how all of this can affect your property value or your decision in buying, shoot me a call, give me a text, available anytime.